Good morning. This is Pastor Marvin Osborne, First Baptist Church of Birmingham, Ohio, and I hope you're well today. I want to look at Proverbs chapter 14. It says in verse 12, it says, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself." I want to talk a little bit about that idea that we talked yesterday about, that idea of the lure. Remember we talked about the, the fisherman and how he'll go and he'll buy a lure, or maybe he'll make a lure. And there's things you put at the end of a fishing line and throw it into the water, and it'll entice the fish to bite into it. It looks so appealing. It looks so appetizing. It looks so promising. And there it is. I've been waiting for this. I've been hoping for this, and all of a sudden they'll bite into it, and all of a sudden that hook will get it, and then it's somebody's dinner later on that day. That idea, that lure, that promise of something that will not be fulfilled. We think about that, and how Satan promises things that he will not deliver. You know, he promises freedom, doesn't he? But he enslaves. Just try this drug. Marijuana is not going to hurt you one bit. You know, it'll calm you down. And you were told today those are gateway drugs, but now it's legal here in Ohio. I don't know where you're at, but marijuana is legal, and all of a sudden now most people don't stay with just marijuana. They have edibles. They have, and they graduate onto more harder drugs that are out there. And he promises freedom, but it ultimately enslaves. Just take this drink. The drink will calm you down. The drink will make you one of the boys, and everybody else is going to the bar after work. Why don't you go as well? And maybe you can make some contacts there, and maybe move up within the company and be one of the boys, or be one of the girls. And all of a sudden, you partake in something you should not be partaking in, and all of a sudden now you're involved in something you shouldn't be involved in, and it takes away your freedom. It enslaves. He promises pleasure. Satan will promise pleasure, but he brings brokenness. That relationship is, he makes me feel good. She makes me feel younger. They like me for who I am. And we're just having a good time. We're just having a fling. And all of a sudden now you've broken your marital vows, and now you're looking for a divorce attorney, and now half your stuff is going to go to your ex-spouse, and so forth, and because you wanted a little fling, you wanted that pleasure. The Bible tells us that sin is pleasurable for a season. It is pleasurable. If it wasn't pleasurable, you wouldn't be going after it. But because it is pleasurable, it entices us, and before we know it, we've fallen into sin, and sin will ultimately bring forth death, right, and destruction. He promises life, and he brings death. This Satan is a liar and a deceiver. He's come to kill, steal, and destroy, and he'll come and he'll kill you. He'll steal from you, and he'll destroy your life. That idea of you cannot trust the Satan, or those who act in Satan's stead. And so as we read over the last few days, that love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. That idea that we are to either love God or to love the world, but we can't do both. And so you and I have a decision that we must make. That I think we all face those temptations, those things that can lure us to fall away from the faith. We're tired. We've been struggling. We've been serving for so long, and maybe the relationship you have with your spouse isn't what it used to be or what you thought it should be. And there's someone out there that's that's speaking into your ear and making you feel good about yourself, and all of a sudden that becomes enticing. My friend, that is the lure of Satan. And as soon as he throws that bait out there and you bite into it, he's going to reel you in. And you know what? He's going to eat your lunch. He's going to eat you up. He's going to destroy you, destroy your family, and your children will pay the price for that. My friends, be careful of this, of the enticements of Satan. They're real. I think they're ever before our face, more today than it ever has been, with pornography and the social internet and all this other stuff that we can do in the privacy of our home without anybody supposedly knowing about it. And all of a sudden now we've let down our defenses, and now we're vulnerable. Watch out. Satan is fishing for you, and he will destroy you. Don't believe his lies. This is Pastor Melvin Osborne saying God loves you, and I love you as well. And I'll talk to you soon.